Well, it's time for another review. And to be honest, I wasn't that mad. Here we go. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, also known as KQ99, and yes, I'm back with another video. And yes, I'm back at the old place again. I'm just here for the weekend, so it's not going to be very long, but I'm back. So, anyway, welcome to another KU review, and yes, it is the game between Kansas and West Virginia where the Jayhawks fell 38-17. And I'm gonna do another review for the game. For those of you who do not know what I do, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give 2 players of the game on the offense and defensive side of the ball, and I give players who need to improve on the offense and defensive side of the ball. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first off, let's get the positives out of the way, and there are some positives. Thank God. Let's say our defense did really well. In fact, we actually made them turn the ball over. We got a fumble recovery in the first half, and then in the second half, we got an interception. So by Malcolm Lee. So good things are happening on the defensive side of the ball. The offensive side of the ball, in the first half, most notably the first quarter, 10-0 to start the game. And as a KU fan, you should be proud for this team, even despite the loss, because we had a double-digit lead, and that's mind-blowing for a KU fan, because that almost never happens. So, but the negatives are gonna come. But for positives, this was actually a great plus. So let's now get the negatives out of the way, and let's start with the defensive side of the ball. Yes, they did end up giving up over 500 yards of total offense, 300 passing yards, 200 on the ground. We weren't securing enough tackles in this game. Penalties were big, especially defensive, because a lot of the pass interferences ended up being scoring plays for West Virginia. They converted more on third down than they did in the first half, and also converted on fourth down too. For us, giving up 29 first downs in this game was not good. Offensive side of the ball, you could say it was average for a KU team, but other than that, getting 2 picks in this game was tough. That kind of hurt. Also penalties. In this game, penalties were big. 9 penalties, 90 yards in penalties. Didn't throw for over 100 yards. Didn't even rush for over 100 yards. Total of 157 for the game. Not great. And also not converting on third down, which was 2 of 13. Also, 7 first downs for the entire game is bad. That's honestly KU numbers. So, what could I say? Those are pretty much negatives. So, let's start with the players of the game on the offensive side of the ball. And honestly, I can really think of one. And granted, he didn't do much in this game, but it's enough that he improved a lot, and that's Andrew Parchment. They finally threw him the ball, and he actually succeeded. 6 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown with a long of 43, and he was targeted 7 times, so 6 for 7 on catching balls. That's not bad. He finally got the recognition that he deserved. He actually scored again, so now he's got 2 on the season. And also, I know that the touchdown was kind of a tipped interception, or a tipped play that could have been picked, but he ended up catching. But his touchdown ended up giving KU a 10-point lead. So he's my player of the game on the offensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball, oh man, you can give it to Denzel Feaster for the forced fumble You could give it to Malcolm Lee because he got the interception, but I am going to give it to Drew Prox. 8 total tackles in the game, 7 of them solo, 3 TFLs, 2 quarterback hits, and 1 sack. This is the Drew Prox that we needed throughout the season. It's just been a tough go around for him. He did lead the team in tackles week 1 against Coastal Carolina, which I didn't do a review. But it's finally good enough to see that he's getting the numbers that he should have gotten last year, and also this year. So that's great. People who need to improve, and in this situation, I'm going to give it to Miles Kendrick, the quarterback. 14 of 23 for 95 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Now, that's not bad, but the 2 picks were the reason why he needs to improve, because his first one was thrown in triple coverage, and he was trying to thread the needle, and that didn't work. The second one, he threw it behind the receiver, right to a defender, and if it wasn't for the receiver swatting it, it would have been picked easily, but it still ended up getting intercepted by, I think, their linebacker in this game. So that's why Kendrick on the offensive side of the ball is my person who needs to improve there. Also, Kwame Lassiter did not get a catch in this game. He was targeted twice, so no catches, no yards. That kind of sucked. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball, and I'm going to give it to Sam Burt. The big defensive tackle. He was on the D-line. Only 2 tackles in this game, and one of them was solo. That needs to be improved a lot. Despite this defense did as best as they could this entire game. There was some great plays that they had. There were some great TFLs that I was impressed with, and even getting the sack a couple times and the interception. So this defense tried to do as much as they could, but the offense couldn't do or pick up the pace and capitalize in the second, third, and fourth quarters. But Burt didn't do much in this game, so that's why he needs to improve. And that is it for my review of the KU West Virginia game. Again, the final score was 38-17 in favor of the Mountaineers. But hey, we beat the spread. The spread was 23 before kick, and KU beat it by 2. So, hey, I consider this a win, because we actually scored. This is the most points we scored so far in conference, and this is the least amount of points that a team has put up on us in conference. I think it's the lowest all season, twice, because I think Coastal put up 38 on us, but we ended up putting up 23 on them. Well, anyway, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you next week for my KU review for the Dillon Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and Kansas State. So, until then, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. And as always, never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house. Peace.